In the quiet town of Lakeview, a summer fling turns deathly when Doug, a naive young man, gets caught up in the twisted web of Lena's seduction. But when her husband ends up deaf, Doug realizes he's in way over his head. With the police closing in, coming to flashback, Doug is just an average Joe spending his summer at his parents' lake house when he spots Lena, the foxy wife of his rich neighbor Elliot. Lena is like a real-life Jessica Rabbit, and Elliot is, well, he's rich, so that's something. Lena Harper is a wide-brimmed hat and diaphanous white dress with a streak of red lipstick in between. Wait, that's not fair, the hat also has long blonde tresses. And conveniently, Elliot has a boat that needs repairs, and Doug is an expert. And, ridiculously, Elliot has a wife who needs 6, and Doug is a Virginia. But when Elliot hires Doug to work on his sailboat, things start to heat up faster than the engine on a speedboat. While working to fix up Elliot's boat, Doug's eyes drift toward Lena, whose nude body is clearly visible between the slats of an outdoor shower. Suddenly, Elliot materializes before Doug and asks, "Did you check her out?" He means the boat, of course. Doug and Lena are setting sail on an affair that would make the Titanic blush. But my friend, don't dip your pen in the company ink, or your neighbor's wife sink. Lena hands Doug a prepaid phone to keep their steamy conversations on the DL, but did she forget that prepaid phones can easily be traced? Maybe she should have handed him a pair of tin cans with a string instead. She warns him about Elliot's clingy and jealous tendencies. And if that wasn't enough, Lena shows Doug some gnarly broises, claiming they're from Elliot's abuse. It's like watching a training video on domestic abuse. Yikes. Looks like this rich dude isn't just possessive, he's also got a mean right hook. But Doug's not the brightest bulb in the box, so he doesn't see the red flags waving. But when Doug heads over to Lena's house one night and finds Elliot lying deaf on the floor, the plot thickens faster than a jello mold in a heat wave. Lena claims self-defense and begs Doug to help her cover up the martyr. Because when you're in a sticky situation, the best way out is to make it stickier. Wait, Lena claims that she deafed her husband in self-defense, but then begs Doug to help her cover it up? Sounds like she's not very confident in her self-defense skills. Cute, nothing brings a couple closer than buying a bougie together. Things start to get a little more serious than a backyard barbecue. When their cover-up scheme is quickly uncovered by an insurance investigator, Angie Alvarez, who starts sniffing around the case. And the heat is on Doug. Looks like Doug's getting more than just a tan this summer. But Lena keeps him under her thumb with her sweet talk and promises of true love. As they say, love makes you do crazy things, like cover up a mortar. As the investigation heats up, Doug realizes that Lena is using him as a pawn in her game of deception. She wants to frame him for Elliot's mortar so she can collect the insurance payout and live happily ever after. But Doug isn't one to go down without a fight. He follows Lena, a hotel, where he discovers her true intentions. Hey, buddy, don't forget to smash that like button and let us know in the comments which character you would become if you got a chance. Well, looks like Doug's been played like a fiddle by Lena and her gal pal. It is there that Doug realizes that Angie is actually Lena's lover and has been her accomplice since the beginning. At first it seems that Lena will leave Doug to take the rap, however in a last gesture of love she decides to leave Doug the cell phone, which contains the exonerating evidence he needs to clear his name. It's like getting a participation trophy after losing the championship game, but hey, we'll take what we can get. With Lena and Angie fleeing the country, it's like a real-life version of Thelma and Louise, but with less girl power and more, well, morta. Let's hope these two don't get too far before the long arm of the law catches up with them. In the meantime, Doug's learned his lesson to stay far away from foxy neighbors and their prepaid phones. Unfortunately, Lena and Angie are still living their best lives on a private plane, while Doug is left to serve some time in the slammer. But who knows, maybe he'll come out with some sick prison tats and a new outlook on life. But let's just say, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. The ending seems tacked on like something you would find at the end of the last episode of a TV series that got cancelled mid-run.